Continuing on with the default interface, let's have a look at the interface with a part document open. Notice the toolbar area at the top of the screen. This is called the Command Manager. The Command Manager consists of several tabs which you can customize and change and add to and remove from. Each one of these tabs contains tools that relate to a specific area of the software. The two that you will use the most are Features and Sketch. We will talk more about how to customize this area of the software in a later lesson. Here we also have what's called the Heads-Up View toolbar. This gives you access to the commands that you need to manipulate and control the view. Let's open a SOLIDWORKS document and make use of this Heads-Up View toolbar. You go to File, Open, browse to the area on your hard drive that contains your Infinite Skills working files, and go to the Chapter 1 folder and open the Doghouse part. On the left-hand side of the screen, you see what is called the Feature Manager. Feature Manager lists the various features that SOLIDWORKS has used to create this particular part. And at the top, again, we have our Heads-Up View toolbar. This toolbar helps us manipulate the display to better visualize the model that we're building. Let's go through these tools. This one on the end is Zoom to Fit. And notice that the tooltip shows the hotkey that's associated with this tool. So I could click Zoom to Fit on the toolbar button, or I could just hit F on the keyboard. That also zooms the model to fit the window. Zoom to Area allows you to drag a box, and that box will fill the display. The previous view, or Control-Shift-Z, will give you the previous view that SOLIDWORKS displayed for you. The section view is an interesting tool. It allows you to cut the model and move the plane on which it is cut. You can continue to work with the model sectioned by just clicking the green check, and then to turn off the section, just click again on the Section View tool. The view orientation allows you to select a particular view, or even to split the screen into multiple windows. If you want to get rid of the split screen, you can drag this splitter bar off to one side. The display style allows you to select Shaded with Edges, Straight Shaded View, Hidden Lines Removed, or Hidden Lines Visible, or just a straight wireframe. We angle the view slightly and then change to Hidden Lines Visible. You can see the result produced by the SOLIDWORKS display. The eyeglasses is Hide Show Items, and this allows you to have quick access to turn on or off various parts of the display, such as planes, axes, coordinate systems, curves, dimensions, sketches, sketch relations, decals, annotations, and other types of items that SOLIDWORKS displays automatically. You can access this list also through the View menu, and here you additionally have Hide All Types, and you have a text description of what each item is here. The colored ball on the Heads-Up View toolbar allows you to change the appearance, and we'll take a look at this later. For the time being, change back to Shaded with Edges. The appearance includes things like color, texture, and a material setting. The Apply Scene allows you to select from one of several scenes that helps you establish your background. In this case, I want to use plain white. Notice that that gets rid of the reflection on the floor of the scene. Some of the other selections will give you a reflection. And the final option allows you to control real view graphics, which includes some reflections on the part itself, shadows in shaded mode, which some people find useful and other people find a little distracting. Ambient occlusion, which is best used without the shadows in shaded mode, but ambient occlusion simulates the shadows that the part would cast on itself with only the ambient lighting. So, for example, the area under the eaves of the doghouse would be shadowed, as would the interior of the doghouse. This has to recalculate if you're moving the model, and the speed at which it recalculates will depend very much on the speed of your graphics card. That's typically a setting that I leave turned off. The final setting is perspective, which helps items look more realistic. As CAD users, we get accustomed to looking at 3D data without perspective, which makes other people a little bit uncomfortable. So if you're taking a screenshot for your boss, you might consider turning on perspective first and then turning it off when you want to work later on. Perspective doesn't work well in the sketch mode, just so you're aware.